The weight room at Ironwood University vibrates with energy. Weights slam against racks, hip-hop blares from speakers, and 20 football players push through their morning workout. Dane, Diesel, Carter dominates the center of the room. Veins, bulging as he curls a dumbbell that would make most guys struggle. His neck is thick as a tree trunk, his presence commanding respect from everyone around him. "One more set. Don't you dare slack off," Dane barks at a sophomore who looks ready to collapse. The kid nods frantically and keeps going. No one questions. Diesel, not here, not on his turf. The doors swing open and the energy shifts instantly. A new face appears, Liam Kensington, dressed in immaculate Under Armour gear that looks fresh off the mannequin. His Rolex catches the fluorescent lights as he casually adjusts his gym bag. Several players exchange glances. Dane drops his weights with a thunderous clang. "Well, well, looks like we got ourselves a lost tourist." His voice carries across the room, silencing conversations. "Pro shop's down the hall, pretty boy." Liam doesn't flinch. He signs in at the desk, eyes scanning the facility with quiet assessment. "You hear me talking to you, Brooks Brothers?" Dane's voice sharpens. "You looking for the tennis courts?" Scattered laughter follows. Liam finally turns, his expression calm, almost amused. "Just looking for a decent workout." His voice is controlled, confident. Dane snorts. "A workout? In those clothes? With that watch?" He steps closer, towering, over Liam. "This isn't a fashion show, rich boy. This is where real athletes train." Liam smiles. Not a nervous smile. Not an intimidated smile. The smile of someone who knows something others don't. "Tryouts at 3, right?" Liam asks, completely ignoring Dane's posturing. "Yeah." Dane's eyes narrow. "Why? You thinking of being our water boy?" "Something like that," Liam replies, walking. Past Dane toward an empty bench. The team watches, waiting for Dane's reaction. He's never let anyone dismiss him like that. "Oh, this'll be fun," Dane announces to the room. "I'm gonna enjoy breaking you, rich kid." The practice field bakes under the afternoon sun. Players line up for drills, their cleats digging into the turf. Coach Reeves blows his whistle, his voice gruff as he barks instructions. Liam stands at the end of the line, stretching methodically while other players steal glances. Dane jogs over to his defensive teammates, slapping helmets. "See the new guy? Trust fund baby thinks he's going to play with us." The linebackers chuckle, already loyal to their captain. First drill, Oklahoma. A brutal, one-on-one tackling exercise that separates the men from the boys. 2 players face off. In a narrow lane, one with the ball, one defending, pure physics and willpower. "Carter and Miller up first," coach shouts. Dane demolishes his opponent with textbook form, driving through the running back like he's made of paper. He jumps up, arms raised, soaking in the cheers. "Kensington, you're up. Against." Coach scans his clipboard. "Williams." Liam steps forward. Calmly. Williams, a solid tackler, grins wickedly. Dane whispers something in his ear. The whistle blows. Williams charges like a bull. Liam waits, sets his feet, and at the last possible second shifts his weight. His shoulder connects with Williams. Sternum. The impact echoes across the field. Williams crashes backward, helmet bouncing on the turf. Silence falls over the group. Liam extends a hand to help Williams up. "Lucky shot," Dane mutters, but his eyes have narrowed. The drills continue. Every time Liam's up, Dane makes sure he faces the toughest opponents. Every time, Liam performs with precision that doesn't match his polished appearance. No wasted movement, no hesitation. His technique is flawless. Assistant Coach Mendez nudges Coach Reeves. "Kid's got some training." Reeves nods slowly. "More than some." The sun dips lower. Players are exhausted, but Dane seems energized by his growing frustration. During a water break, he marches over to Liam. "You think you're impressing anyone, rich boy? Playing dress-up as an athlete?" Liam takes a slow drink. Just playing football." "That's not football," Dane sneers. "That's reciting what your private coaches taught you." Liam caps his water bottle. "Want to find out what else they taught me?" Coach blows the whistle. "One-on-one tackling drills. Carter, Kensington, you're up first." The team circles around them like it's a gladiator arena. The team forms a tight circle around the tackling lane. This isn't just a drill anymore. It's a showdown. Two assistant coaches exchange glances, sensing the tension. Dane adjusts his helmet, rolling his massive shoulders. "Let's go, Gucci. Show us what Daddy's money bought you." His voice carries that unmistakable edge of someone who's never been challenged. Liam says, "Nothing." He simply nods at Coach Reeves, ready for the whistle. "Kensington on offense first," Coach announces. 3 reps each, best of 3 wins. Dane crouches into position, a predator ready to strike. His eyes lock onto Liam with absolute certainty. This rich kid is about to learn what real football feels like. The whistle shrieks. Liam explodes forward, ball tucked tight. Dane charges, perfectly positioned for the tackle. Their collision seems inevitable, until it isn't. Liam's feet shuffle with impossible precision. A subtle weight shift, a drop of the shoulder. Dane lunges into empty space as Liam ghosts past him. Someone whistles. A defensive back mutters, "Holy shit!" Dane spins around, face flushed beneath his helmet. Again, second rep. This time, Dane is more careful, containing rather than attacking. Liam approaches, slows slightly, and then accelerates with a burst that leaves Dane grasping at air. "That's 2, Carter," Coach says evenly. The subtext is clear. The untouchable team captain just got embarrassed. "Twice." Murmurs ripple through the team. Dane rips off his helmet, sweat pouring down his reddening face. "My turn to carry." His voice is dangerously quiet. They switch positions. Now Dane has the ball, Liam on defense. The entire defense expects Dane to run Liam over, restore. The natural order. The whistle blows. Dane charges with everything he has, a human battering ram aiming to obliterate. Liam stands his ground, sets his feet. The impact is seismic. Bodies collide with a crack that makes coaches wince. But when the dust settles, it's Dane who's on the ground. Liam stands over him, having absorbed the hit and redirected its force. Textbook technique executed with perfect timing. Coach Reeves's expression barely changes, but his eyebrows lift a fraction of an inch, a gesture equivalent to another man's jaw dropping. "Again," Dane growls, scrambling up. The air feels electric. Now. Even players heading to other drills have stopped to watch. The team splits into position groups, but all eyes keep drifting to the ongoing battle. Dane's humiliation has morphed into fury. During a 7-on-7 drill, he blitzes when he's supposed to drop into coverage, blindsiding Liam after a pass. "Carter, that's not the damn play," Coach Reeves shouts. Dane shrugs innocently. "Misunderstood." The call, "Coach?" Next play, Liam runs a crossing route. Dane tracks him, launches into a hit that's unnecessarily brutal for practice. Liam absorbs it, bounces back up without complaint. Checking if the designer gear has padding, Dane sneers. But Liam's resilience is starting to unnerve everyone. The harder Dane hits, the quicker Liam recovers. No trash talk, no retaliation, just focused execution on the next play. During a water break, 2 wide receivers huddle together. Who the hell is this kid? Heard he transferred from Stanford. No way. Look at how he moves. That's not college training. Assistant Coach Mendez approaches Coach Reeves, phone in hand. "You might want to see this." He's pulled up Liam's recruitment profile. The afternoon wears on. Dane's frustration grows visible. His usual intimidation tactics aren't working. Worse, other players are starting to look at Liam differently, with curiosity instead of dismissal. 4. The conditioning finale. Coach lines everyone up for 110-yard sprints. Dane makes a point of positioning himself next to Liam. "Let's see if those pretty shoes can run." Liam just stares straight ahead, focused on the distant cone. The whistle blows. 20 athletes explode forward. Halfway across the field, it becomes a two-man race. Dane pushing himself beyond his limits, veins bulging in his neck. Liam matching him, stride for stride, his form effortless. They hit the turn. Dane cuts in slightly, forcing Liam wider. It should cost Liam a step, but somehow he maintains his pace. As they approach the finish, Dane's form begins to break. His arms flail slightly, his stride shortens. Liam pulls ahead. 1 step, 2 steps, crosses the line first, not even breathing hard. Dane hunches over, gasping. When he straightens, his eyes burn with humiliation and rage. 40-yard dash, you and me, right now. The entire team gathers. Assistant coaches exchange. Worried glances. This has gone beyond normal practice competition. Coach Reeves should shut it down. Instead, he studies Liam thoughtfully. Let's see it then. On my whistle. Players line up along the yard markers. Dane and Liam toe the line, a stark contrast in body language. Dane bounces aggressively, slapping his own chest. Liam stands perfectly still, eyes focused downfield. This isn't the country club track. Trust fund, Dane snarls. Football speed is different. Several teammates exchange glances. They've never seen their captain this rattled. Coach positions himself at the finish line. Stopwatch ready. On your mark. Dane crouches, weight forward, exactly as he's done hundreds of times. Liam mirrors the stance with textbook precision. Get set. The whistle pierces the air. Both men explode forward. For the first 10 yards, they're even. At 20, a sliver of daylight appears between them. By 30, it's not even close. Liam crosses the finish line a full stride and a half ahead of Dane. The stopwatch clicks twice in rapid succession. Silence blankets the field. Dane stands bent at the waist, disbelief etched across his face. Coach Reeves checks his watch. 4.42, he announces for Liam. Then, almost as an afterthought, 4.56, Carter. The margin is devastating. In football speed metrics, it's the difference. Between elite and average, assistant coach Mendez approaches, holding his phone. He speaks in low tones to Coach Reeves, occasionally glancing at Liam. Coach's expression shifts almost imperceptibly. He looks at Liam with new recognition. Hit the showers, gentlemen, he announces. Kensington, my office after. The team disperses, but the dynamics have visibly shifted. Players who'd been avoiding Liam now nod respectfully as they pass. A few cast uncertain glances toward Dane, whose rigid posture radiates humiliation. In the coach's office, Mendez points at his screen. Kensington, as in Samuel Kensington's kid? Coach Reeves squints. The tech billionaire? Yeah, but that's not what's interesting. Mendez scrolls down. Kid trained with the U.S. Olympic Development Program for 2 years, then privately with former NFL star Marcus Washington. His high school team won 3 state championships. Reeves leans back. Why isn't he at Alabama or Ohio State? Says here he wanted a strong academic program with his preferred major. Jesus, Reeves mutters. We just won the lottery. Outside, Dane prowls the sideline alone, watching Liam chat with a few linemen. His world is crumbling, and he knows one thing for certain. This isn't over. The final drill of the day, full contact, 7-on-7 in the red zone. The defensive unit, led by Dane, squares off against the offense with Liam unexpectedly taking reps at running back. First team to score 3 stops or 3 touchdowns wins, coach announces. Winners get to skip conditioning tomorrow. Teammates who had been dragging themselves through the grueling practice suddenly perk up. A real incentive. Dane gathers. His defenders in a tight huddle. I don't care what his stopwatch says. Rich boy is going down. Hard. Every play. First snap. Liam takes a handoff, cuts right. Dane sheds his blocker, closes in for a tackle that's meant to send a message. But Liam plants his foot, changes direction in a heartbeat, leaving Dane grabbing air. Touchdown. That's one for offense, coach calls out. Dane slams his helmet against the turf. Lucky cut. Second play. A designed pass. Quarterback under pressure, dumps it off to Liam. Two defenders converge. Liam hurdles one, spins around the other. Another score. 2-0. Offense. The defense is rattled now. Dane's fury is palpable. He points directly at Liam. You. Me. Right now. I'll show everyone what you really are. The quarterback takes the snap. It's a blitz. Dane times it perfectly, shooting the gap untouched. He has a clear shot at Liam in the backfield. This isn't just a tackle. It's a statement. Dane launches himself, every ounce of frustration and wounded pride behind the hit. Liam sees him coming, plants his feet, lowers his shoulders slightly. The collision is thunderous. For a split second, they're suspended in perfect balance. Raw. Power against technical perfection. Then physics takes over. Liam's perfect form redirects Dane's momentum. His arm extends in a textbook stiff arm, catching Dane squarely under the face mask. Dane's feet leave the ground. He's airborne, then crashing down. His body makes a brutal slapping sound against the turf. The entire team freezes. No one has ever seen Dane Carter, the untouchable team captain, manhandled like this. Liam spins away, breaks into the open field. No one pursues. They're all watching Dane, who lies motionless for 3 long seconds before slowly rolling onto his back. The practice field erupts. Whoops, hollers, and shell-shocked silence all mingling together. Coach Reeves doesn't even call out the score. He doesn't need to. Everyone just witnessed a changing of the guard. Dane sits alone in the locker room, still in his practice gear while others shower and change. His 1,000-yard stare fixes on the floor tiles. The king dethroned in a single. Afternoon. Across the room, Liam fields questions with quiet humility. My dad played Division III, he explains. Started training me young. Then we had the resources for good coaching. But why Ironwood? A teammate asks. You could be at any program in the country. Liam shrugs. Best engineering program that also needed linebacker depth. Football's important, but it's not my whole future. Players nod, a new respect evident. The notion that someone with options would choose their overlooked program adds another dimension to their perception. Coach Reeves enters, scans the room until he finds Liam. Kensington, office. The locker room falls silent. Coach rarely calls players to his office after practice, especially not new ones. Liam follows quietly. Inside the modest office, Coach doesn't mince words. You should have told us about your background. Would it have made a difference? Liam asks. Might have saved you the hazing. I didn't mind earning my spot. Coach studies him. Your form is exceptional. Olympic training program? Liam nods. 2 years plus private coaching. And why hide it? Not hiding. Just, I've been the rich kid before. Wanted to be judged on what I do, not who my family is. Coach Reeves leans back. You'll start Saturday, first string. Outside the office, Dane catches fragments of the conversation through the cracked door. His jaw tightens. He retreats to his locker, movements mechanical as he packs his bag. Team captain for 3 years. The face of Ironwood's defense. Now, watching it slip away to someone who treated practice like a formality. Later, players spill into the parking lot. They pause, conversation dying as Liam approaches his car, a sleek, understated luxury sedan that probably cost more than their tuition combined. Dane emerges last, watches as teammates who used to orbit him now gravitate toward Liam, asking about weekend plans. The throne isn't just wobbling. It's been claimed by someone else. Dane climbs into his pickup truck. From this vantage point, he can see Liam decline an invitation to party, gesturing toward his backpack. Even in victory, the rich kid chooses academics over celebration. Something shifts in Dane's expression. Not acceptance, not yet, but the first crack in his anger. Saturday afternoon. Stadium lights brighten against the darkening sky. The stands at Ironwood University's modest stadium fill with students and locals. A perfect fall day for the season opener. In the locker room, tension runs electric. Dane sits quietly at his locker, already in full gear except his helmet. His usual pre-game hype speech noticeably absent. Across the room, Liam methodically tapes his wrists, focused inward. Coach Reeves enters, game plan clutched in his hand. "Carter, Kensington, a word." They follow him to a quiet corner. "You're both starting," Coach says bluntly. "I need my best 11 on the field. Personal issues." Aside. "Clear." Both nod silently. "Good. Make it work or neither of you plays next week." The team erupts from the tunnel 15 minutes later, crowd roaring as they take the field for warm-ups. Dane and Liam line up side by side for stretches, not speaking, but maintaining a professional distance. A senior defensive back approaches Dane. "We following your calls or his today?" The question hangs there, a recognition that leadership is now contested territory. Dane glances at Liam, who's focused on his stretching, deliberately not inserting himself into the conversation. "Mine," Dane answers firmly. He hasn't earned that yet. First defensive series. Opposing team drives downfield methodically. Dane calls the defensive signals, pointedly not consulting Liam. 3rd and 7. Critical stop needed. Dane signals blitz. Liam hesitates briefly, clearly seeing something in the offensive formation. Their eyes meet for a split second. Liam gives a subtle headshake. Dane ignores him. "Blitz. Thunder package." The ball is snapped. Linebackers charge. The quarterback, anticipating the pressure, dumps a screen pass perfectly into the void left by the blitzing defenders. Except Liam hasn't blitzed. He's read the play, dropped into coverage precisely where the screen is thrown. The ball hits his chest. Interception, open field ahead. Liam accelerates, cuts past one tackler, then another. Touchdown. The stadium erupts. The defense mobs him, in the end zone. Coaches leap from the sideline. Even the stoic Reeves allows himself a fist pump. Liam jogs back to the sideline, hands the ball to a referee. As he reaches the bench, he finds Dane standing there, helmet in hand. The team goes. Quiet, anticipating another confrontation. Instead, Dane extends his hand. "Nice read." Liam accepts the handshake. "Thanks. Good pressure up front." A tentative truce. Maybe something more. Dane watches Liam take a seat, teammates crowding around him. He exhales slowly, a complex mix of emotions crossing his face. "Damn," he mutters to no one in particular. "Kid's the real deal."